Hey guys, what's up? This is King Vox, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the difference between condition and power, and also explaining it, because coming from a traditional MMO, you figure that classes have certain roles. Casters are supposed to cast and do damage by spells and stuff, and warriors are supposed to melee and not range. Well, I got a question just about that on one of the last videos that I made on a warrior, and someone was pretty much asking why was I using range. Okay, now you can use range or melee in this game on just about every class in the game. Every class literally has over, I would say, 100 builds, if not more. Like the build options are almost endless in this game, and it's viable. Okay, so let me show you guys physical damage. So right now I have on a celestial set just to see, and now this is what you consider physical damage. Now you can do physical damage at range, so don't get the idea that just because I'm melee I'm physical. Okay, now let me show you. When I switch weapons, now I'm conditioned, right? And let me show you guys. Let me see if I can. So as you can see, all the little numbers popping up in the air, that's considered condition. Condition is pretty much like damage over time, but also condition is any, like, you know, condition effect on you in a literal sense. You get what I mean? And none of them's better than the other. It's really, what do you want to see? Do you want to see big numbers like, let me see, this? Okay, now the numbers aren't that big right now because I'm wearing a mixed set, just to kind of give you guys a better idea. So you can actually tailor your class or your character more towards this and actually get a lot more done. Okay, so, and there's a bunch of hybrid builds as well. So, oh, this kicker just like throws it out at everyone now. That's kind of lame. I liked it better when it would just nuke one person. Maybe it only does that when there's only one person around or whatever, but yeah, so don't worry about, you know, range or melee, you know, or, you know, picking a certain class or whatever that kind of like that you think is going to do that, like warrior, because there's a lot of classes that can melee a lot better than warrior, and vice versa depending on build. So as you can see right here, this is an elementalist and he's meleeing right now, but it doesn't make him a weak caster. You get what I mean? I feel like you kind of get elements in here, but not really. It's more of just like either flat damage or damage over time. It's all controlled by two stats. You have two damage stats. You have power and then you have condition, and that pretty much sums it up. And you have skills that you either like take advantage of one or another. So if you hit H, you can kind of get a better idea of what weapons, let me see, yeah, what weapons are actually more suited for either power or condition. So here for Revenant, you have swords, which are purely a power weapon. They don't have a lot of conditions, and the conditions that you see on it are different types of condition, like vulnerability. Now vulnerability is a good condition for everybody. Okay, what vulnerability pretty much does is increase damage by 1%, and it stacks up 25%. It's just all damage, it doesn't matter. So incoming damage by 8%. Okay, and then you have things like immobilize and the duration on per target or something like, well, actually it's immobilize, and what it pretty much does is it's a CC condition. Okay, so there are some conditions that you use in physical form as well, and a lot of conditions on physical weapons. Like right here you have chill, and that pretty much slows down people's movement and the recharge rate of their actual skills. So some conditions can be with power in condition, but mostly the damage conditions are what we prefer to when we think of damage over time and conditions. Okay, so the bow, as you can see, is a hybrid weapon, so it uses conditions in physical damage. So you can find a build or whatever for either or with this weapon. The weapon, I would say a little bit more lean towards condition over time, but I use it in the raid as a physical damage, and it did a crap load of damage. So it's really good, and this is only for the Revenant, mind you. So this is how you kind of find things, and you can see because you'll see that it either has a crap load of condition damage or it'll have a crap load of physical damage. Like, look at this skill right here. Literally, it hits 9 times, right? And it hits for 729. Now, this is actually a pretty low number right now just because I have a hybrid set on. But if I had a full, let's actually, boom, we just equipped one. Now, look at this. It went all the way up to 1,000. Okay, 1,000 times 9. So that's really dope. And then you have some items that have healing and protection and stuff like that. So conditions can be a wider range of things. It could be healing, conditions can be damage over time. I would say conditions is literally like spell casting. Like, literally, damage over time is literally like the spell casting in this game. But I hope you guys kind of get a better understanding of it now, and have a blessed day.